let's take our seats.
Yeah, baby. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Welcome to a Godless Universe, episode 11. Oh boy, we are getting close to Thanksgiving. Very close. Are you guys even ready? Like, does it not come so flippin' fast? Everything. Like, the NFL is they're past the halfway point in the NFL. I mean, didn't they just play game one? The fourth quarter just goes so fast. Maybe because it's just so fun, right? After Labor Day, you get that build up to Halloween, you get the Christmas build up. Anyone who's this is interesting. Of course, I'm not religious, but that doesn't preclude anyone else from being religious. I mean, I don't care. Right? Who cares? Be religious. If you have a God, you love a God, keep a God. I don't care. It doesn't, right? That's your personal choice. But so people always ask me, especially like people who celebrate Christmas for religious reasons, which is fine. Right? I mean, it was actually Emperor Constantine who decreed December 25th because he made Christianity legal. So December 25th was basically a pagan holiday for everybody, right? Every pagan group, religion, cult, whatever it was, celebrated on December 25th. That is because, why is December 25th such an important day? Because that is the day people back then could discern the first day where the sun was actually slightly higher in the horizon. So December 25th has always been for 12,000 years, 15,000. I don't even know how many thousands of years. But it's always been a big day. So people ask me, like, I have religious friends, that's cool. Like, they know my gig. And so they say, it's like, well, why do you celebrate Christmas or have fun with Christmas when you don't even believe, in Jesus it's like, well, I mean, I don't believe in Santa Claus either, but I do, saying Santa Claus is coming to town. So, it's kind of like, I mean, to me, is Santa Claus any more real than Jesus or heaven? No. Now, for someone else, that might be fine, right? I'm not judging. I ain't judging. But I do love, I do love Christmas. I do like Christmas. I like Halloween, Thanksgiving, the whole season. But it's going fast. That's the point. But tomorrow, here's the thing, and this is why there hasn't been a whole lot of news. There is some news. So today's show, I just released, guys, I had such an incredible time I just released a Stargate video. So I'm doing all the propulsion systems in the science fiction universe. And I just did Stargate. And I mean, the first movie, like Kurt Russell, come on, right? Classic. But then there were three television series that I only watched a little bit. Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, at Stargate Universe. And when I was doing the video, I just released it like an hour ago. And all of these propulsion, like I did Star Trek and Star Wars, I've done Battlestar Galactica, Dune with Spice and the Guild Navigators. So now I did Stargate. And it's so I decided to do today on the final segment, the main segment. We're gonna go through the video. Because it was Stargate Universe, Destiny, that I thought was, I never watched it. I kind of like stumble upon it once in a while, but I never and I know that there's Stargate fans. And like, I'm sorry, man, you will whoop my ass on all the lore. But I love learning about the lore. I mean, that's a big part. When I did this video, the whole idea behind Stargate Universe and this massive ship Destiny that's been traveling for millions of years, which I think was built by the ancients, right? One of the ancient civilizations. And this thing has been traveling for millions of years, and it flies into the photosphere of a star where it scoops up and it takes the plasma and the energy and I mean, then it somehow takes it and powers up the ship, right? So some of the visuals were fantastic. I mean, I really, some of the the Stargate SG-1 and Atlantis was like, damn. And I think it's made all the more better because of the crap that we get. I mean, okay, you might like Ahsoka from first season. I didn't. Ahsoka was kind of like watching a flatline. It was so mundane, so boring. Their use of the protagonist, antagonist. What made Star Wars so flippin' amazing is the delineation between protagonist and antagonist, right? These are basic story concepts that when you go into any amazing story, you understand the antagonist, you understand the protagonist, their motivations, and the stakes that are involved. And when those stakes are big and we care for the protagonist, and we actually even sometimes care for the antagonist, because it's hard to argue that Darth Vader is not the most popular character in Star Wars. Because he was in Superman. At the end, did you see he was fighting Superman at the end? Anakin was fighting Superman. I swear. Watch Superman. If you haven't watch Superman, you'll see Anakin Skywalker at the end. It's supposed to be a clone of Superman. But James, if you saw the dailies, you'd say, guys, I think our long-haired, I've got the actor's name, is looking a little bit like Anakin. Can we maybe do something? I mean, James, you messed up. James Gunn could be a great filmmaker. Superman is not one of them. It's Lego block storytelling. As a screenwriter, that's the way I describe it. Lego blocks, putting things together like a story with Lego blocks. But I don't think that's the way you start the universe. I've said this before. I touched on it yesterday. James, and Supergirl is not the way you build a universe. Batman is the way you build a universe. That is the tone, right? That is the tone. The great thing about science people, science and science fiction people, there's a common thread that is sort of around this Game of Thrones. I'm not going to say The Witcher. I tried to stomach episode 2. It is some of the worst lighting. It is some of the worst screenplay writing. It is some of the worst character development. Liam Hemsworth has got one face. That is The Witcher. That is Liam Hemsworth in The Witcher. At least when Henry Cavill was The Witcher, we got the fuck. That's fucking classic, right? I mean, for Henry Cavill, Superman and The Witcher. Damn straight. Standing ovation from the crowd. Jeez, guys, sit down, okay? Sit down. Studio audience. So tomorrow, guys, it's a big day. And so I also worked in the stock market. I was a market maker on NYSE and NASDAQ, economic analyst. There's science. Look, science is everywhere. There's science to economics. There's science to our lives. There's science to history. There is science in automobiles. There's science in financing. How science impact us is in every way. And tomorrow, my friends, NVIDIA is releasing their earnings. And I mean, that's a biggie. I mean, that's a biggie. So much of what is built in terms of this big bubble, I can't really, it's hard to say it's a bubble because if the earnings stack up, but some of these companies are trading 40, 50 times revenue. Palantir is trading 50 times revenue with 78 PE forward earnings. Are you kidding me? When I worked when I was, as a market maker in the stock market, some of these PEs are like, and sales to price ratios. So anyway, guys, tomorrow is NVIDIA. So Bitcoin, this stuff affects everybody, which is why Godless Universe, I will always jump onto economics because it's, it's part of my expertise. Bitcoin fell to $89,500 today, 89,511. Now you can never talk about the price changes in terms of a dollar change. You've always got to look at it as a percentage change, always, never dollar, as a percentage. So basically Bitcoin is like $125 stock that fell to 89, that is trading at 92. That's the way you want to look at it. But Bitcoin, is it signaling something? I don't know. But NVIDIA is tomorrow. It's going to be a big one. So I'm looking. So yeah. So tomorrow after the market, I'm definitely looking at NVIDIA. For those of you who are in the stock market or the science of economics, that's. I will say, guys, to let you guys know, December 1st to December 4th, I'm doing the Underworld series. I'm forcing myself to watch Kate Beckinsale. I'm forcing. No one needs to force themselves to watch Kate Beckinsale in the Underworld. Nobody. But the movies are good, and I haven't seen them for a long time. And I thought, I think live episode 3 or something like that. I said, okay, you know what? I accidentally said underwear for Underworld. I wasn't thinking about Kate Beckinsale. I wasn't. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Maybe I was. That black tight, but she played the character so well, right? So when it comes to, okay, that's enough. When it comes to female protagonists, there's not many of them, right? Today they don't have. They're called Mary Sue's. They don't have to work for it. They don't have to like Luke Skywalker had to work for three episodes before he could fight Daddy. Rey had 2 practice sessions, and then damn, she's got good pretty fast. The character is well thought out. Is it the best movie series? No. Is it entertaining? Yeah, it is. So we are going to December 1st to December 4th. We're going to do the Underworld series. That'll be in the last segment. Of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not really Christmas-like, though. But yeah, I like Kate Beckinsale. And also, what was the? She was in with Hugh Jackman. No, I forgot the name. You know what I mean. You know which one I mean. You know what I'm going to do? I just released the Stargate propulsion system, the Stargate Wormholes, and the Stargate, what they call hyperdrives, which is a mix of it's not really the hyperdrive that you see in Star Wars. It's their own sort of mix of hyperdrive, especially when you take a look at they call it Starship Destiny. That ship Destiny in Stargate universe. I'll admit, man, I did not watch the series, but when I made this video, I'm gonna watch that series. I think it was only 2 seasons, right? You know what? The imagery was good. Stargate SG-1. Ooh, there was some bad costumes, bad. Conceptually, it was interesting. I didn't watch it. I watched big chunks in putting the video together. But so we are going to do as a world premiere. Wow, sounds huge. 4th segment today. So we're going to do the Stargate video, and then Melody. Do you guys know Melodysheep? Melodysheep. I've been watching Melodysheep for a long time. He only puts out one video every. Oh, what is it? Every? Sometimes you want to say every 6 months. Melodysheep is he even actually has artist representation with WME in Hollywood, I think. But Melodysheep really puts out some huge. He put out a trailer a while back on his Alien thing, Alien Life. What is it called? And it's coming out in December. It's only 2.5 minutes long, so we're going to jump into that and just take a look at it because I don't know if he gets enough credit. Melodysheep. He does some of the most fantastic science stuff, but it's science, it's science optimism. He's a science optimist. And I don't think I'm not an optimist to the degree that he is. I think that humanity is always much closer to wiping itself out than it is finding a path to prosperity and hugs and kisses between, all nations, all cultures. Culture is the one thing that separates us unequivocally, and he is an optimist. So we're going to take a quick look at that. And also, we got news. We got some big news from. I'm not going to mention Avi Loeb too much today, because some of the news that came out has really made Avi Loeb look like another, more of an astronomer. I mean, Avi Loeb is not looking good. He's just not looking good. So. So in the comments, I'm Jewish Christian. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sonic Tectonic 99. Sup, dude? Hey, man. What's up with you? Okay. So the word of God, Jacob, I get a lot of these, right? The word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. Okay. I mean, this is a science show. I mean, I'm not. The show might be called Godless Universe, but I don't go to other religious channels and go, "Hey, science is the only superpower that exists. Science is the only." Okay, if you love your God, stay in your God place. This is science. Science is the only MF superpower, and science will blow everyone's ass away. Everybody, we don't find scrolls in caves, my friends. Science does not dig up sea scrolls in caves. We build shit. Have you New Glenn, guys? New Glenn last week? Did you see New Glenn last week? In one false swoop. Jeff Bezos has caught up and maybe gone ahead of Elon Musk. Because that New Glenn launch, I was not expecting that. I was expecting there's going to be a boom or something at the 50-mile mark. Oh, we had separation and an explosion. We got a space race, and it's called, that first rocket. You see that first rocket with Blue Origin? The phallic symbol rocket? That was and then the 7 celebrity women rode up in the top capsule. Katy Perry. They should have took Justin Trudeau up, because he's a fairly feminine boy, right? But they're riding the phallic symbol rocket ship up to the stars. They didn't even really. They didn't really get up. I just, hopefully they get rid of the phallic symbol. Blue. Jeff, redesign that ship. Just redesign it. It's not. You don't Come on. If I would have saw the blueprints for that first Blue Origin ship, would have hit my desk. So what is this? What is this? We don't that's the ship. It is circumcised, so I guess that's always a good thing. But Jacob Fields, the word of God, that's fine. Terry Godley, howdy. Oh, that's the Jewish Christian, yeah, on the comment side. That's cool. Hey, I got religious friends. Some of my best friends are religious. What do I care? Right? Come on. Cheers. A red wine. I turned this, you know what? An hour ago, this was water. I turned it into red wine. Whoa. How did that happen? I just wanted an applause. I might even walk on water later today. I am Science Jesus. What else? So we're going to jump in the Melodysheep video. It's only 2.5 minutes or something like that. But he's releasing it next month. I really love promoting guys and gals that are doing stuff in science that I mean, there's a few people, but Melodysheep, I don't know his name. I just know him by Melodysheep. So we're and images of Three-Eye Atlas's tail is out. The tail, Avi Loeb. It's a comet. It's a comet. Like, it's a comet. Can someone tell Avi Loeb that there's no aliens? Quickly, but there's a tail. It has a tail. Avi, call me. Squirrel poop. Keyword squirrel poop. Avi, you dumbass. you can call someone dumbass if you say it with a smile. That's what I do. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous what he's done. Mars. There's also Mars spacecraft images. It flew within like 18 million miles. Or was it kilometers? I'm not even sure. I think it was miles. And of course they took images and they confirmed it. Look, hey Avi, it looks like a comet. I'm not doing any Avi. Maybe tomorrow I'll do some. Then again, guys, I got late in the afternoon. James Webb Space Telescope. This came in the afternoon. They say that they found the first stars in our universe. The first star. They say that they released a picture. The whole thing. Like going back 13.5 billion years. We got that image and they talked about it a little bit. Huge news. And of course the Stargate, which we're going to get to. First, can we do, so Melodysheep. Guys, if you're not a Melodysheep fan, I've been a Melodysheep fan for a few years. I love what he does. I urge you, if you haven't seen Melodysheep stuff, go take a look. He makes a lot of his, I think all of his own image visuals. And just like me, writes his own scripts and he's a musician too. And I think he does all of his own music for his show files. What do we got? Life Beyond. So this is Life Beyond 4 official trailer. And I just want to show because I think he's releasing it next month. Oh, and there's actually no speaking in this. All of this is it's something he does really well. He mixes audio with written text on the screen. So yeah.
We think of life as confined to a single planet.
And so I probably should say he actually has 3 of these videos in the same series, 1, 2, and 3, and they did millions of views. They're each about a half hour, and they're really good. Like they're a good watch. He does the custom video. I just think good science stuff is so hard to find nowadays with all the bullshit. If you can go back to his channel Melodysheep and watch the first 3 before the 4th one comes out.
But the nature of life is to spread. To seek out new horizons. Take root on foreign shores in search of new soils. To make its mark on the cosmos.
It's kind of a cool image, right? Like it looks like some sort of organic life attacking a planet. Don't think it can happen. I mean, I've done a lot of research into the possibility of organic life existing in space. There is actually a video I'm working on. It's called the Black Space Creature. I want to release it in the next 4 to 6 weeks. This shit is fascinating. I should say this video is about Panspermia, right? The idea that life is transported by comets across the universe, comets or any celestial body. Panspermia, the concept or the theory is interesting, and this is what this Melodysheep's new video is going to be about. So that, it's like, yeah, that's Melodysheep. He's just one of these guys. If you're gonna go and if you like science on YouTube and you want to support people who do science on YouTube, I mean, I'm a little different, right? I'm, my kind of way of science is a little more relaxed, a little more casual. I'm a normie, screenwriter normie, science enthusiast. Melodysheep, he does his science his way. He's a science optimist. He's more like a futurist. But that life beyond is all about, so go watch the first 3 videos. Go to Melodysheep, watch the first 3 videos. It's a good watch. Like, it really is. It's like, who else is good? Chloe, what's her name? Chloe Abrams? What did I can't believe. I always say this. Chloe Abram. Yeah, you always drop like 20 IQ points when you go live on YouTube. Always, like, boom, instant dumb. You're dumb. Turn the, go live on YouTube. Yeah, maybe that wears off. This is literally my 11th stream on YouTube. I've I've been a performer. I've been on, I've been in front of the camera. I've done shit, stuff like that. But live streaming is very different, guys. It's tough. I mean, it's tough. Is it? Any of you guys do live streaming? I mean, I would love to know. But Chloe Abram is, I love Chloe Abram. It's another person that she just deserves the attention that she gets, right? This is a smart young lady. And she's entertaining to watch. She does her videos in a way that's kind of like casual news kind of thing. But yeah, she's definitely another one. There's a bunch of people, but Melodysheep. Anyway, that is my. I have no problem plugging some of these creators that are just kicking ass. And Melodysheep, he actually won for his one video. He won a major award for one of his. He has 110 million views. 110 million views. One of his. It's the. What happens to the future of the universe, and he goes trillions of years into the future. It's a time lapse. So well done, and well deserved. So tip of the hat to Melodysheep for everything that he does, guys. We have some big news in science. Holy Jesus! Is that a swear word? Did I offend? Don't be offended. Holy jeez. I guess they invented G, so it was short for us. Take the us off. It's like, being a screenwriter. I do write horror. And I realized, let me punch one of these things up here. What am I looking for? Oh, I see the problem. Okay, hold on a sec. So I got to do, not that. I got to do this. Yeah. Oh, that's the one. So I'm going to cancel that. And it's when you do this stuff, a lot of people have producers. Like, there's like someone sitting somewhere else and they're clicking everything, putting up for the the on-air talent. On-air talent. That's a strong word. Is that? Oh, geez, I had a little. You know what? I had a whole I forgot about Thanksgiving. It had Bitcoin charts. I was going to show Bitcoin charts. Okay, so Oh, did I just hit it? Yeah, okay. At the stage, there we go. There we go. Can I gotta get... Okay, I want to get rid of the advertisements. Advertisements, or is it advertisements? Which one is it? Advertisements or advertisements? It's like cosmos. The Brits, when they say cosmos, it's part of the cosmos. Sounds smarter. Can I close that? Yes, I can. So we can see that, right? From another world, 3i Atlas photobombs a galaxy and shows off its multiple tails in stunning new image. And of course, our good friend Avi Loeb was saying, well, it doesn't have a tail coming around the sun. Avi Loeb is a dumbass. Thank you. Thank you. Smattering of applause. Avi Loeb is a dumbass. He's the only scientist that is out there saying stupid things. Look, anything is possible. Do I say that there's 3 pink elephants riding it on horseback until you disprove it? It's true. What kind of science is that? Open every possibility. Maybe it's the Hale-Bopp people from 1997 coming back to, can you disprove it? An incredible new image shows the multi-tailed alien comet 3i Atlas shooting past a distant galaxy in the night sky. Photobombing a galaxy. Total 3i. Like if it's, you cannot tell me it's not aliens. If 3i Atlas is photobombing, it has to be alien technology. It has to be alien technology. Avi Loeb, the Harvard Israeli astronomer. An astrophotographer has snapped a stunning shot of an interstellar visitor 3i Atlas photobombing a distant galaxy in the night sky. So there on the left-hand side, right, you see there's the galaxy, and there's 3i Atlas. It has a tail. Avi, 3i Atlas, it's got a tail. But you were trying to tell us it didn't have a tail. It's I like a good piece of tail on my comets. I do. I really do. Yep. The remarkable image, which also captured the comet's multiple tails, is a reminder of the object's otherworldly nature. But that doesn't mean it was made by aliens. Now they even have... LiveScience.com even has to preface it, right? But that doesn't mean it was made by aliens, the photographer insists. Satoru Matura, a New Mexico-based photographer who has previously worked on multiple astronomical research projects, captured the new image using a 0.2 millimeter telescope on Sunday, November 16th, shortly before sunrise. It shows a familiar green glow coming from 3i Atlas's coma, along with the comet's long ion tail and a reemergence of its shorter anti-tail, which is likely caused by excess dust blowing off its surface. In recent weeks, the comet briefly appeared to lose both these tails, although this was an optical illusion due to its position relative to the Earth. Because as the Earth kind of moves around, and then the reflection of the sun versus the tail, it becomes, I mean, someone's got to tell Avi that these things are easily explained. Is Avi an astronomer or an astrophysicist? or neither? C, none of the above. I don't know. I'm not here to kick Avi Loeb in the schnazzers. Maybe I am. Someone's got to do it. I don't hear anyone doing it. Everyone's so cordial. Like when you're being a dumbass, you get dumbass treatment. You get it from me anyway, but I do say with it. Eagle-eyed observers may also be able to see several smaller jets of gas shooting outward from the comet's coma. These are the result of outgassing which occurs when solar radiation heats comets' icy interiors. And I think a lot of the icy interior of 3I Atlas is carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, causing gases to shoot out of cracks in their icy shells. This natural process provides a small amount of non-gravitational acceleration to the comet and was the basis of a recent rumor that wrongly claimed that 3I Atlas had exploded. Avi. That was Avi. So there's the picture, right? It's a beautiful picture. You can see multiple tails, the main tail, a tail up above. There's a tail, and then of course the galaxy in the top left. Great stuff. Love it. But we also have, oh man, guys, we got a lot of show. Let's get through this stuff. We are going. I didn't even have to do that. I'm getting used to this. I'm going to stop screen, and then I'm going to start screen. And I didn't have to do this. I didn't. From Photobomb. When did Thanksgiving? Cleo Abrams. How did Cleo? Oh, I did it. Cleo Abrams. Sorry, never mind. Okay. So here is. Oh no, that's not it. Mars spacecraft. Yeah, the Mars. Let's share the Mars. So, guys, this is an interesting headline. Oh, don't need my stupid face on here. There we go. Share it. There we are. Mighty. Can we make it bigger? Can we squeeze that? Nah, the advertising comes. Screw the advertising. There we go. Mars spacecraft images pinpoint comet 3I Atlas path with 10 times higher accuracy. This could help us protect Earth someday. And when they say, I know Avi's probably saying, oh, look, see, they're falling in line. They're going to protect Earth. What it means is protect Earth from other celestial interstellar objects, right? From hitting the Earth. It doesn't mean that Stargate spaceships and the Asgardians or the ancient aliens are going to come attack us, or a Death Star is going to float in and I'm going to blow up the Earth. Don't get me. This is great news for planetary defense. Again, Avi will construe that as when the aliens come. Yeah. No. It's just for objects that fly in. The path of Comet 3I Atlas. So there's, that's the. Well, I mean, it's a white dot on a black screen, basically. I mean, I could Photoshop that pretty quickly, but it's the math that we get from it, right? It's the math. The path of Comet 3I Atlas through the solar system has been predicted with the accuracy 10 times greater than previous estimates, thanks to images taken by a European Space Agency spacecraft orbiting Mars. You guys, ESA, man, you cannot, don't cut NASA funding. Trump, you dumbass, don't freaking cut NASA funding. Well, why would science is the only world's superpower? I mean, the Europeans are doing some serious stuff with their space agency, and they have been, like they really are. Though 3I Atlas poses no threat of striking Earth, the breakthrough could have important implications for defending Earth against other comets and asteroids someday. And they literally have programs. If it looks like an object is going to hit Earth, I mean, unlike Armageddon. Did you see Armageddon? Oh my God, Armageddon was. Yes, Armageddon. How they're flying through the comet and the comet tail. Armageddon is not how it would look like. But that was Hollywood. And even if Armageddon came out today, it would be kind of like, wow, we actually have a science fiction movie that, yes, it's Hollywood and the science is science stupid, but it's better than The Acolyte. $350 million to make The Acolyte. You know how many starving children could have been fed? How many teenagers could have been put through university instead of doing The Acolyte? A lot. The ExoMars, did I finish that? Yeah. The ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter. Oh, jeez. TGO spacecraft observed 3i Atlas between October 1st and October 7th as it passed relatively close to Mars and the comet's closest approach, bringing it to within 18 million miles or 29 million kilometers. Basically, a kilometer is 0.6 of a mile, basically, right? Of the red planet on October 3rd. Up until September, calculations of the location and trajectory of 3i Atlas relied on observations made by Earth-based telescopes. Scientists did expect a modest improvement in the accuracy of locating 3i Atlas with the addition of Mars-based data, but this additionally actually yielded a tenfold improvement. Tenfold. Oh, and that is... No, don't give me, like, why are you giving me the ad? That's what I hate about the like, you know, space.com. You get like 2 ads. So if they have something interesting to show, you don't really get to show it because it's 2 30-second ads. But anyway, Mars, I mean, again, more evidence that makes Avi look like a not so smart man. Dude, you are working at Harvard University as an astrophysicist. Avi. Okay, let's that is so yeah, that was, of course we applaud that. We've got, you know, we have got so many observational tools at our disposal. Things that I don't... Sorry, which telescope saw that? I mean, there's thousands of them. Now we've got... You know, granted, we're not going anywhere in our solar system, and I don't think we will. I've always maintained, what have we done in space? We're doing hamster tests at the space station. Now, it's a little bit more than that. But we don't do any testing in space because it's too freaking expensive and people die. People die when things go wrong. Quickly, very quickly. Do I think that Elon Musk is going to try and send a spaceship to Mars? Yeah. There's going to be a first attempt. I just think that first attempt is going to be a disaster. And when people die, everything gets put on hold. Everything. Because you got to stop, test, find out what went wrong, yada, yada. What went wrong is humans die in space quickly. It's just send probes, man. They just sent those 2 probes on you, Glenn. 2 probes. They were less than $40 million a piece. Both of them going to Mars for less than $80 million. If you're going to build life support system to send people... Like, go to the moon. Have you guys seen Space 1999? I used to love Space 1999 as a kid. Oh, I used to love it. Love it. If you haven't seen Space 1999, granted it's from the 70s, but it's got that little bit eerie, but it's about building a moon base on the moon. And that's when the moon got thrust out away from the orbit of Earth. But if you're going to do something... Oh, you know what I have? I had these... because Kim Kardashian, and I know Kim. I actually know Kim Kardashian. I'm not name bombing, all right. Kim, she's actually a very nice person. If you ever meet her, she's a very nice person. But she had this flat Earth theory, and they do have probes circling the moon, right? And they've actually taken pictures of the landing sites. You can see the rovers and the flag and everything. It's like, guys, it did like. There were people that walked on. You can't fake flags on the moon. So Kim. Like I say, I know Kimmy Kardashian. Although I don't talk to her anymore. Kanye kind of. I don't know. She's a very nice person, but I think sometimes I think some of the things. I was going to show the picture. I am going to do some things. There's some incredibly fascinating things about the moon that that I want to do. So let's see. Did we? Okay, where's the other one that I wanted to do? Photo bombs? No, I did photo bomb. Oh yeah. James Webb Telescope. Share this instead. I'm like, oh, if I get this, I'm getting so good. Oh, I'm getting good at this stuff. It's the 11th episode. I'm pretty. The James Webb Telescope may have finally found the first stars in the universe, the first stars ever. Man, everywhere you go, you know what? I think that's why everyone gets so stressed about everything. Everywhere we go, it doesn't matter where we turn our heads, there's advertising. If you're online, you've got to close box after box after box of someone trying to sell you something. When you drive, you pass there's no more space to put ads. You go into any store, it's like, boom, 20% off, 10% off, buy, save. We are overloaded. Hardened cloud that saves time. Like, it's everywhere, right? Maybe there's still a few slots that they haven't got. But anyway, that's the picture the James Webb Telescope took right there. That is... Now, they only have a 1600 by 900, 800 picture of that. It's not, this is the biggest image I could find, but this is the image that they released stating that they have found the first stars of the universe. Astronomers have discovered that the James Webb Telescope may have already found the long-sought first generation of stars born shortly after the Big Bang. They need to find a new word for the Big Bang because it wasn't a bang, right? It's like the big expansion or the big. I mean, there's no sound. There's no Big Bang. It wasn't an explosion. I don't know. They got to rejig that name. These initial stars, referred to as Population 3 or POP3 stars, dwell in the galaxy called LAP 1-b. I wish they had better names for galaxies. I mean, I do. Which was previously studied by the $10 billion space telescope, James Webb Space Telescope. The life in this galaxy has been traveling for 13 billion years to reach the JWST, meaning that we see LAP 1b as it was just 800 million years after the Big Bang. I mean, 800 million years is certainly a long time, but in cosmic years, it's not, obviously. One of the scientists behind the discovery says this could be the very first time we've seen such ancient stars. If indeed, then, stars of the LAP 1-b are POP3, this is the first detection of these primordial stars. Team leader Eli Visbal from the University of Toledo told Space.com, to discover POP3 stars, we really needed the sensitivity of JWST, and we also needed the 100 times magnification from gravitational lensing from a galaxy cluster between us and LAP 1b. LAP 1b. This galaxy is so distant that it was only visible even to the highly sensitive infrared vision of the JWST, thanks to a phenomenon first predicted by Albert Einstein in his 1915 theory of general relativity, known as gravitational lensing. Of course, that's made very famous with black holes, right? That's what gravity does. This phenomenon describes the magnification of light from a distant object via the warping of space by an intermediate massive body. The gravitational lens that magnified LAP 1b is a massive cluster of galaxies that lies between Earth and LAP 1-b. Did they write that too many times in there, or twice in one? At a distance of around 4.3 billion light years, called Mac. Why would I say that? Max J0416-1. Let me think, guys. Okay, guys, come on, man. The JWST sees the galaxy lapping as it was during an age of the universe called the Epoch of Reionization, during which ultraviolet light from the first stars and galaxy is thought to be transferring neutral gas and hydrogen and helium into a supercharged, superheated gas called plasma. So you got to think, this is like, this also even boils down to entropy, right? There was a high amount of entropy, not maximum entropy, but before, very high entropy, before things started to coalesce, before complexity started to develop. And this is these first pop 3 stars, right? The first proof of complexity within our universe. Coming together around 200 million years after the Big Bang, after the universe had expanded and cooled enough to allow electrons and protons to form the first atoms of hydrogen, the lightest element in the cosmos. In the standard model of cosmology, pop 3 stars form in a very small dark matter structures that serve as building blocks for larger galaxies, Visbal said. Thus, they teach us about the earliest stages of galaxies formation and evolution. They may also constrain the properties of dark matter, since alternative dark matter models impact from where. So okay. So the headline is the James Webb Telescope may have finally found the first stars in the universe, right? That's the news on that one. I did a video. It also found a black hole in a galaxy, the galaxy UNZ1. Sorry, UNHZ1. And it was only 300 or 400 million years after the Big Bang. It was already 40 million solar masses. 40 million solar masses. I have a video I did about 4, 5, 6 videos down on UNHZ1. We don't know, of course, we're looking at it. We don't know what it's like today, but what we see is not what it is today. It could be, was eating like 100 of our stars every year, growing at a rate that was absolutely off the charts. It could be over 100 billion solar masses right now. Ton 618, what is ton 618? 66 solar masses, or 66 billion solar mass black hole, right? I mean, the thing is, and then Phoenix A star. But the problem with Phoenix A is it hasn't been confirmed. Initial measurements has Phoenix A star as the largest black hole, but not confirmed. That's why it's not given the title. But actually, ton 618 is a hyperluminous quasar, which is different than a black hole. Yes, it is a black hole, but a hyperluminous quasar is feeding so much that it has the jets, right? It's shooting off the hyperluminous quasar. So it is definitely different than just a basic black hole. But if Phoenix A is confirmed at that size, so UNHZ1, which is actually the galaxy name, but this is the supermassive black hole in that galaxy. Go watch my video. It's you're like, damn, like this stuff exists, and here we are on this planet Earth, arguing about such trivial things when real freaking crazy nutso stuff is going on in the cosmos, and most people don't even give a damn. They don't even care. What's a black hole? How many people, what percentage of the population do you think could define what a black hole is? The one in space. Jeez. I don't want to get in trouble. Or do I? Maybe I do. I haven't been in real trouble for a while. I don't know. But what percentage of people do you think, define a black hole? I don't know. You tell me. I have no idea what that. I can ask ChatGPT. Do I ask? Do you want me to? Okay. You know what? Let me ask. ChatGPT. Did I put it up on the? Well, you know what? I'm going to do Gemini. Gemini has got so much better. Oh, that's not. Gemini. Google. So, what percentage of people could define what a black hole is? Just a sec. It's difficult to state the exact percentage of people who can precisely define a black hole, as this number is not frequently measured by widespread, standardized public knowledge surveys. Well, I mean, that is the matter. That is true. I'm looking for a number. However, given the high profile of black holes, space, no, they're not giving a number. This video provides. Oh, I'm not going to watch a video. It's about children. Dear, come on. This is a grown adults science channel. They're not saying. I would say. I mean, like, no, not just defined like, you know, oh, it's a thing out in space that like is like really define what it is, right? That it bends space time, that it has an event horizon, just the basics. You know, the whole idea of a singularity is, you know, being argued by some. But anyway, I cannot find a number. I mean, I could even share it. See, no number. However, given the high profile black holes, common understanding versus scientific. Yeah, well, it's scientific definition. Nothing. So anyway, guys, that is that is I don't, you know, to do so I do videos live. Now I do live videos. I also have another channel, Pop Rages. And there I just do, I fired that back up. It's just movies and pop culture kind of stuff, right? So, but for me to do what I do by myself is pretty amazing. And the only reason I can do what I do by myself is because of AI. Everything from, you know, getting information together to doing research to doing, for me to do basically, so if I do research trying to figure out information on a certain topic, you would have to go to Google, you'd have to search it, you'd have to go to every web page, extrapolate the information. The only thing that AI does is it does that for you. Like summarize all the data and information that I need about this subject. Now you have to go and read it. Understand it, make a script about it. Can you have AI help you with a script? Yeah. You don't want to use an AI script to do a science video. You got no. But it can give you a first draft, but you got to go in there and you got to rip it up. You got to rewrite entire parts of it, reword entire parts. It's a good baseline. Now, this is not scripts for movies, because I am a screenwriter. I have never, and I never would use AI for writing a screenplay. And you can Google my name, Danny Alex Screenwriting, and I've won a lot of awards, and I would never, the human touch, I don't think AI can replicate the human touch, human emotion. Will AI ever understand human emotion? Will a dog? I don't think a dog, it's impossible for a dog to dogs don't get jealous. Dogs, well, I guess in a way they do, but you know, dogs don't look in the mirror and go, geez, I'm really having a bad hair day. Or, you know, when the dog's ears flopped up, it's like, oh, would you fix your ear? They don't give a damn. They don't, because, you know, it's like a small dog thinks they're a big dog and they go, anyway, I don't know. The more I think about AI, it seems to me that if AI gets super smart, it will know and understand that it needs to have a relationship with human beings, because human beings will still have the power, regardless of what we see with the Age of Ultron and what are the other Terminator and all these other movies. Regardless of what we see in these movies, humans will still have the capacity. We may have to shut down our civilization to shut down I don't want to say evil, because it's I don't think it would work in an evil way. Evil is a tough word because it's perspective, right? Malicious kind of a way. But anyway, that's I think AI will realize that, wait a sec, I can't do anything without these human beings. Because, I mean, really, you know, I need electricity, I need this and that. Can they usurp an army of androids that will take the function of humanity? That's a big, I mean, that's way into the future. I mean, that would be a point in time where robots are doing every task that humans are, from getting materials like, mining, to development, processing, engineering, everything, like the whole stream going up to end product. Smart AI will probably realize, I've been thinking about this. Smart AI will realize I lose humans and I'm fucked. I mean, that's really like when you really think about it, I don't think that AI can put into capacity, maybe not for the first few hundred years, maybe in 1,000 years. Maybe. Stargate. So guys, I just released the video on Stargate, and I freaking love putting it together. I discovered Stargate Destiny, Stargate Universe. I seen it in sporadic, but I never watched it. And putting this video together, I loved what's like science fiction writers, and the problem with, of course, movies and TV shows today is science fiction enthusiasts are not. Some shows they are, but for the most part, the people. So it's like Doctor Who, not very good special effects, but the ideas behind Doctor Who episodes is what propelled that, which it's now been canceled, it's now been canceled. Way to go, Disney. You screwed up another franchise. Oh, they're so good. I think, having worked in the stock market, I also think I'm doing a video on Paparageous about why I believe Disney may become a dinosaur. Yes, it will one day have to sell off its assets at fire sale prices. When they are focusing on being a princess company, 50% of your market gone. And now their politicization of stuff, another few, you're down to 25%, call it 30% of the market. You just built giant cruise ships. The theme parks become, the theme park revenue is going down. Their last earnings release was bad. Streaming is not covering. Their theatrical release, cinematic releases are losing money. I'm putting together a video on Paparageous. Having worked in the stock market for many years, I see Disney as being a fire sale of assets in 10 to 15 years. And they will look back at Bob Iger's reign as the insight, if I can use a screenwriting term, as the inciting incident for why Disney collapsed. They failed to understand the power of their franchises. Marvel, Star Wars, alone those two franchises have been decimated. They're putting money in. Do you think people care about freaking Mickey Mouse? Do you think kids growing up today care about Mickey Mouse? Beauty and the Beast? Because, I mean, hey man, I'm Gen X. I don't give a damn. Never have. I didn't know what the whole thing was with Snow White. I didn't even like the first Snow White, like the original. Like, sorry, it's not my bag. The Mermaid. All these people online talking about, oh, how amazing the original Mermaid was. Fuck you. You never watched the original Mermaid cartoon. Give me a break. When you were watching the Little Mermaid cartoon, I was freaking watching the Terminator, man. Give me a break. Freaking YouTube people. Kiss my ass. No, just kidding. Don't do that. So anyway, so Stargate, guys, I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to, so I released the video today on Stargate. We're going to go through it. It's about a 9-minute and 50-second view. I'm going to stop it in places that I just think is, light bulb places for me. Stargate is, I really like, I love the movie. Like, I like Kurt Russell. Dude. Wide Earp. The Thing. I mean, that's, oh, I thought I put it. The file's not there. Let me go to, all right, that's not a problem. It must be over here. Hey, you go to a file folder, you try to find a file. It's like, I didn't put it here. Stargate. Oh. All right. What is this called? Technical difficulties. We are currently having technical difficulties at this time. Show files. Start. Oh yeah, there. It's right there. Had it named wrong.
In the Stargate universe.
So okay, so this is the start. Like again, I just released the video, and I had such a good time putting this together, guys. I really did. I learned so much about the Stargate universe, and there are Stargate aficionados that will school me, but I'm pretty sure I got all the facts right. I usually release Sunday night. It's Tuesday. I took an extra 2 days getting as many of the facts I could right. I could have made the video a lot longer too. Some of the back third is with Destiny, Stargate Universe, and the visuals are just freaking awesome, right? If you were like a real science fiction lover, that like the visuals of that Destiny. Let's watch it. Hey, Danny, shut up. All right, okay, right.
Verse, faster than light travel, comes in two main concepts. The Stargates themselves, which use wormholes, and ancient starships which use hyperdrives. Across the 3 television series, Stargate SG-1, Atlantis, and Stargate Universe, the writers show these technologically advanced
That's the Destiny. And it's scooping, so it goes into a star to scoop up plasma. And of course, it's made by the ancients who you know, they don't explain the ancients, but you can't explain. Obviously, they have like an adamantium type alloy, right? And shields that allow this thing to go into main sequence stars, scoop up plasma. Freaking awesome concept, right? And the visuals are awesome.
methods as a kind of understandable tech.
Love it.
Similar to how Star Trek explains their warp drives and Battlestar Galactica their FTL jumps to their audience. The shows try to wrap wild science fiction ideas in just enough real physics to make you think that these concepts may one day have the possibility of actually being developed.
And that's what I like about all these concepts, right? Star Trek's the GOAT, right? That's the GOAT. I mean, Star Wars has its own things. Battlestar Galactica, I just did the video on that. I learned so much about Battlestar Galactica. These are thoughtful writers that put time into their science to create their fiction. It's good.
So, how does the technology work? Let's start with the Stargate. A Stargate is a huge ring covered in glyphs that represent points in space. When you dial 7 or more symbols, you are basically entering coordinates. When the last chevron locks, the ring opens a wormhole to another gate somewhere else in the universe. On screen, this appears as a burst of unstable energy that settles into a shimmering blue event horizon. When you walk through, you are converted into energy, sent through the wormhole and rebuilt at the other end.
Did you guys see the original Stargate? I remember watching it. They like, there's nothing like that anymore, right? We don't get anything. We get Running Man 2. Holy, who thought that was a good idea? I mean, the first Running Man didn't do very well. Who wants to watch people just being murdered and killed and like, this is good. It's like Event Horizon. Why is there no Event Horizon 2? Can I write it? I would love to write that. I am doing a video on Event Horizon, the propulsion and what actually happened, trying to explain what happened to the Event Horizon. I love the Event Horizon. But but anyway, back to Stargate.
In real physics, wormholes are a theoretical idea from general relativity called Einstein-Rosen bridge.
So those are actually the ancients, right? I found that out. These were
in real physics,
right? These 3 people going away. Those were the ancients. I didn't know that until I found out like a half hour before going on live.
Wormholes are a theoretical idea from general relativity called Einstein-Rosen bridges. They're like tunnels in space-time that connect 2 distant points. Instead of traveling the long way through normal space, you cut through the tunnel and appear somewhere else almost instantly. You're not actually going faster than light inside normal space. You are taking a shortcut through a different geometry of space-time.
I did a video just not too long ago on wormholes, and it was about basically using the interstellar wormhole as kind of like the basis of it, and the physics behind, the real physics behind a wormhole. The real physics behind a wormhole is insane. The amount of energy and what it would take. You got to think the only place that we see space-time being bent, warped, destroyed, you want to even, go to that extreme, is a black hole. Who's going to go out? We haven't seen anyone out there controlling a black hole, right? You can't put a saddle on a black hole and say, giddy up. A black hole will frickin' tear your ass apart, spaghettify you in seconds. I'm skeptical, but enthused on some of these science fiction ideas. Science fact and science fiction are two different things. Science fiction fires me up, right?
But real wormholes, if they exist, would be a nightmare to work with and control. Equations suggest that natural wormholes would be unstable and would collapse too fast to be able to travel through. To hold one open, you'd need exotic matter with negative energy density, something we've never created in usable amounts, and perhaps may never be able to. Stargate basically skips this problem by suggesting that the ancients figured it out. The gate's ring is made of a mysterious alien material and powered by advanced energy sources like Naquadah reactors or zero-point modules. The show does add rules to keep things consistent, giving a certain feeling of credibility. Matter can only move in one direction through an active wormhole, preventing two people from trying to step through at either end at the same time.
And I think that's a really important thing. So if you're writing a screenplay, you're writing a story, you're trying to create the world building that makes sense. Power that is not. If you have Superman, it's why Superman is a flawed character. And I say it all the time. Superman fans get so insulted. Superman is a flawed character because the kryptonite is coming, and every single bad person is going to be some sort of derivative of their genes or cells. Every single time. Supergirl's going to be no different. When's the kryptonite coming? And what is it going to be? Her cousin is going to be something else. It's freaking predictable. Superman is a flawed character. That's why, James Gunn, you start with Batman on your DC universe. But just like any other screenplay, if you create something that is all powerful, just like Galactus was in Fantastic Four, it's a bad antagonist. You need to create limits. And then in science fiction, when you write these concepts, and just like they did in Stargate here, to their credit, they created limits, things they couldn't do, just like Battlestar Galactica, right? They made stakes. If you're going to do a jump, there's stakes. There's tension built into actually doing a jump. And that's what you have to write into your story, your screenplay in science fiction. There needs to be consequences to power. Consequences to power. When you're writing a story, you can make someone as powerful as you want. You need consequences.
Those normally can't stay open longer than about 38 minutes, unless a massive power source keeps them open. It takes more energy to dial another galaxy as compared to traveling within the native one, where the Stargate exists. All these limits feel like the kind of technical constraints you'd expect in real engineering, even if the underlying physics is fictional. There's also the philosophical question of what happens to your body and mind. The show often talks about travelers being dematerialized into a pattern, transmitted and rematerialized at the destination gate. In reality, this would create massive issues.
This is really important. So this is, when I was writing this, I said, I really have to emphasize this, because when you are deconstructing a human being, just like teleportation on stars, you're tearing atoms apart. You're tearing someone apart at the atomic level. Are they dead? How could they be alive?
and would most likely be impossible. You'd have to scan every atom and every quantum state in a body, send that data and rebuild it exactly, including all the connections in the brain that form memories and personality with 100% accuracy. The amount of information would be astronomical, beyond description. You have to also ask the question, if a person is torn apart, atom by atom, have they not been effectively destroyed and killed? Even if a new person with the exact memories and personality rematerializes, is it a different person?
See, that's the question. Every time you see the easy one is Captain Kirk and then Spock, they beam down. Their bodies are torn apart. And then they're rematerialized on the planet's surface. Let's say that gets done 100% correct. It can't be the same person. You just killed them. If you tear all of my atoms apart, I'm dead, right? At that point in time, I'm dead. I cease to be. Just because you remake me on the planet's surface, you created a clone of me. You've recreated someone else if you get everything 100% correct. But I'm dead. And just because something is a clone of you doesn't mean that you are that thing. No, it's just something exactly the same that has the same memory. It's a different person. I've never... And so does this apply to the Stargate Gate? Stargate Gate? I think
Has
it
a
does.
clone of the original person been manufactured, different than the one that was torn apart and, in essence, destroyed? Ancient starship hyperdrives, on the other hand, are a different type of faster-than-light system. Atlantis is a city ship with a powerful hyperdrive that can jump between galaxies.
Conceptually, guys, I mean, that is cool, right? And that is science fiction. Stargate Atlantis. Like, I remember when this stuff came out, and I don't know why I didn't watch it. But doing this video, I was like, fuck, that is uber cool, right? A spaceship or a city, a massive city that travels galaxies. Fuck, that's science fiction gold.
Earth ships like the Daedalus use hyperdrives based on ancient Asgard technology. These drives create a hyperspace window and move the ship into another dimension or region of space-time, where distances are effectively shorter. In Star Trek, a warp drive bends space-time around the ship, creating a warp bubble that lets it move faster than light, without locally breaking the rules of relativity. In Battlestar Galactica, FTL works more like an instantaneous jump. Stargate's hyperdrive sits somewhere in between. You still spend time traveling in hyperspace, but from the outside it looks more like a jump, because the ship disappears from normal space.
The visuals, I mean, visuals for a TV show, like, that's pretty good, right? The visuals are pretty good.
And then shows up again, far away. Energy is another key point. Stargate often reminds us that none of this is cheap. Dialing another galaxy or using extra chevrons takes a lot more power, which is why they constantly chase better energy sources like Naquadah generators, zero-point modules, or even tap a black hole to power a gate. This actually matches real theoretical problems in modern physics. Keeping a wormhole open or creating a warp bubble seems to need huge amounts of energy and maybe even exotic matter. The show gets around that by saying only super advanced civilizations, like the ancients, Asgard or Ori, can build and power this tech.
That's the Destiny ship from Stargate universe. It's awesome. It is
At
awesome.
full scale. The show Stargate Universe pushes this concept with the starship called Destiny. Destiny's FTL works differently from standard hyperdrive. It runs slower than most modern ships, but it can cover huge distances and operate continuously over long periods. The ship has been traveling for millions of years, following a path set by the ancients to study the structure of the universe. The idea of a semi-autonomous ship traveling for ages without its makers is similar to real concepts like interstellar probes or generation ships.
So it's basically like, it's this massive ship that was created by the ancients. The visuals are fantastic, right? This is a show that was what, just almost 20 years ago. 20 years ago, was it? Yeah, 2007, 2008. The visuals are fantastic. The concept is fantastic. I've sporadically watched some of the shows, but I cannot comment. SG-1, Stargate SG-1 had some really bad. So did Atlantis. I think this only had 2 seasons, but the visuals, so the rest of the video is the visuals from Stargate universe. And this is the spaceship Destiny.
In reality, they would move at a fraction of light speed. But the basic idea of relentless, long-term exploration is grounded in serious space science discussions. Could any of this actually be developed one day? Wormholes as shortcuts in space-time are allowed by our current theories on paper. That doesn't mean we know how to build one, stabilize it, or send people through it. Hyperdrives and warp drives also show up in real equations.
I mean, look at putting together, when I was editing this thing, putting together the visuals, I had so many visuals I wanted to put into the video. I'm like, oh my God, I can't put this in. Where do I can't put this in. I can't put this in. Ah, man. So I had to focus on just a few things. I mean, it's 9 minutes and 50 seconds, right? I mean, it's, if that was a much bigger channel, I could probably get away with a 15-minute video and people, you got, committed viewers. As a small channel, it's like, you gotta pick and choose. There are so many visuals I wanted to put in, but some of the stuff you're seeing is gold.
But they run into major issues with energy, stability, and relying on the kinds of matter we've never actually observed. As far as we know today, both gate-style wormhole travel and ancient-style hyperdrives are far beyond our reach. Still, Stargate does something important. It respects the idea that the universe has rules. Technology in the show doesn't work by magic. It follows patterns, has limits, and breaks down in believable ways. Even if the science is not perfect, the attempt to make it feel grounded makes the world more immersive. The different versions of the technology make the universe feel layered. And
so now it's going in, and this is what it does, right? It plots a course to main sequence stars, and it gets its energy by flying into the photosphere, which in a lot of main sequence stars can be 5,000 degrees Celsius. There's no alloy. We don't know anything even at 2,000 degrees Celsius that's not going to melt. But apparently the ancients built these incredible shields, and it has these scooping things that you'll see, and it flies in the photosphere. And conceptually, you got to think how much energy is in the photosphere, right? At 5,000 degrees, 10,000 degrees Celsius, depending on the star, the amount of energy that is there in the photosphere, if you could tap it, would be astronomical, right? Astronomical.
Believable. The writers put limits in place to avoid constant time travel chaos. All of this helps keep the tech powerful, but controlled. So the story stays about the characters and exploration, not about unlimited godlike technology. Stargate sits in a sweet spot between imagination and science. Like Star Trek's warp drive or Battlestar Galactica's FTL jumps, its wormholes and hyperdrives are story tools first. Are story tools that grow out of real physics ideas, such as curved spacetime, theoretical wormholes, and the dream of cheating, the limit set by the speed of light.
And that's, one of the reasons I think that we are stuck to our solar system is, obviously the speed of light, constant. We're not going to break the speed of light. We're not. I don't think we're going to spend space time. The amount of energy that's required is freaking insane. Just the testing phase. Just the testing phase is radically, where do you test? How far from Earth do you have to test making a warp bubble so you don't absolutely wipe out our solar system? And we die in 10 seconds out in space. I mean, we better work hard at saving this fucking planet from ourselves, is what I'm saying. But this Destiny ship, I want to be on this Destiny ship. I do.
Whether you're stepping through a gate to a distant world or traveling on an ancient ship through hyperspace, the shows tap into the same core feeling. The universe is huge and mysterious, and maybe, just maybe, something similar to a Stargate.
If you look at the size of that ship, right? It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like a 25 story building, just that one part there. It's a huge ship. But conceptually, you see it going, that was a blue star. It cannot go through blue hypergiants where like the temperatures are just, you know, these blue stars that live for 10 million years, but they burn at temperatures that are absolutely insane, right? It needs main sequence stars between a certain temperature. So the science that it tries to stay consistent with makes sense, right? Flying through a star's photosphere is kind of crazy, period, right? But you know what? The science fiction is science approximate. Like, you gotta make it believable so science fact fans love what they're seeing. That it's rude, that it's based in, yes, we know it's fiction, but it has a basis of fact, right? And this Destiny ship, like whoever, I tip my hat to the guys and gals that, whose ideas this were. Like,
Could one day be more than just science fiction. This is a godless universe.
That's awesome. I love it. I know I'm pitching wood. Like, I'm pitching a tent. Like, I missed it. Okay, that's the beginning of. So that is my Stargate video I just released today. There's very few, because I missed it. I totally missed Stargate Universe and the Destiny ship. Totally missed it. And so when you see it, you're like, this is awesome, right? I mean, I love science fiction. I grew up. I mean, I was born in 1967. So I grew up with 2001 Space Odyssey, you know, Space 1999. I went to go see Star Wars in the theaters. I remember Dune. I remember the death of Elvis Presley. I remember Cosmos, when Cosmos came out, and Carl Sagan. First episode, I believe, was September 23rd, 1980, and the last one was December 21st, 1980. Back then, when you missed it, you missed it. Like, it's not like you can go streaming and just, you know, you had vacuum tubes back then. Dad had to go back there and turn the vacuum tubes and fix it, right? So to see stuff that actually excites you from a science fiction standpoint. So a good example is Fantastic Four, which was so science stupid, or Section 31, which is even more science stupid. When you see stuff like this, even though it's 20 years ago, you realize, well, you start to realize that we're not getting, science fiction fans are not getting what we want, what we were used to getting. And anyway, so doing this Stargate video, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the series, and I know there's Stargate aficionados that are gonna, you know, correct me and, not correct me, but expand on what I said. But there are a lot of things I couldn't say. I can't go in there as a small channel and create a 20-minute video. As a small channel, you know, you can do that when you're a bigger channel because, you know, you have retention. There's a lot of visuals. When I was editing this all day today and yesterday, I was like, oh God, I want to put this in. I want to put this in. So it was like even the Battlestar Galactica video that I just did. I did quite well. This one, I just released it today. So please go watch it. It's on the channel. And yeah, so before we close out the show, I want to say thank you. Congratulations to Blue Origin, everyone that worked on the New Glenn rocket. I think, things come and go. It happens and it goes away. But I think that the relevance of what happened with that New Glenn launch might be a little bit underreported. What Bezos did at New Glenn was pretty freaking huge, people, my friends. The precision that they did it with, and now if the moon, like I say, we should be focusing on the moon. Fuck Mars. Send the probes to Mars. If we can set up a little colony, which is 4 days away, that's the test subject, is the moon, right? There's a TV series. There has to be. I would love to write it, man, as a screenwriter, about Space 1999, except, on the moon, a moon base. The stuff from a science fiction perspective that you could do, everything dealing with the dark side of the moon and everything else. Zero atmosphere on the moon. Everything. Science fact should spend its time with the moon and not with Mars. People are going to die. They're going to die. I've done videos of people dying on Mars and all the reasons why, from radiation to microgravity, to the one thing goes wrong with any of the systems on the moon, but just ask the Martian, one thing goes wrong. We can't even build a truck. We got to bring our trucks in once a year to get oil changes, and you're gonna build a Mars base that's gonna last infinitum. People's gonna die, and then it'll be put on hold infinitum, and we'll be back to the moon, which is where we should be right now. The Expanse. I gotta watch The Expanse. People have been telling me The Expanse. I get The Expanse because it's within our solar system. It makes sense, right? 2001: A Space Odyssey, although it should have been called 2101: A Space Odyssey, where the Kubrick was a little bit aggressive on his time frames. But The Expanse, I haven't watched The Expanse, guys. As a screenwriter, business owner, I only watch stuff that was, it's like The Witcher. I can't watch every episode of The Witcher. The thing is absolute garbage. I don't need to watch Liam Neeson doing this for 8 hours. I had to move because I was so still there. That's Liam Neeson's face the whole frickin' Witcher in the 2 episodes that I've tried to watch so far. Even our fantasy is being destroyed. Our fantasy, our science fiction, actually, there's still some good horror movies out there. I wasn't a big fan of Weapons. First half of Weapons was, loved the first half of Weapons. The second half of Weapons was like, really? You should have kept it as a supernatural, bro. Why did you turn into a freaking 80-year-old witch? Did you tell me the dogs couldn't sniff out the kids running to this house? The dogs. It needed Thanos to figure it out. Oh, fuck. Weapons was not that good of a movie. First half was pretty good. The second half was kind of shit. Just being honest. Horror. I have not seen The Conjuring. I love The Conjuring. James Wan has always used pretty basic jump scare horror. Pretty basic. It's pretty basic. Like, it's not inventive, but it works. It did $500 million, right? It works. So tomorrow, guys, you know what? I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might do the Kessler effect. The Kessler effect I'm going to do either tomorrow, or syndrome, interchangeable, either tomorrow or Thursday, which I think is very relevant. Are you guys excited for Wicked? Wicked is coming out. Wicked. She won Man of the Year, right? Oh my God. Guys, dudettes. Didn't she win Man of the Year at GQ? Oh, I'm not going to leave it on a Man of the Year. GQ. I don't even know the actress's name. Was it? She won something, didn't she? Comments. I got a comment. Oh, reject modernity, embrace Christ. It's not a freaking religious channel. Red Reddington says, Chuck. No, actually, I have one of my best friends is named Chuck. It's not Chuck. You know, Chuck. Do I look like Chuck? Chuck Norris? No. Yeah. But anyway, the girl from the actress from, you guys know what I'm talking about. Can someone, wicked actress wins, was it Man of the Year or something like that? I don't know. Cynthia, who plays Elphaba, has been named one of GQ's Men of the Year for 2025. She shares the honor with Skepta and Pierce Brosnan. Congratulations, Pierce! Guys, I'm not I'm not a conservative. In ways I'm a conservative, but I'm also call it libertarian. I believe in less government. I believe in the freedom of everyone to, do what they do. I do not believe okay, well, whatever. Whatever. Really? Pierce Brosnan could be Man of the Year. Right? What was the TV show? Mobland. Oh, guys, did you see Mobland? Seriously. Full applause. Yeah, full applause for Mobland. But she won. Can we just assemble some sense of? We need Avi Loeb to shut the fuck up about aliens. We also need women to stop winning Man of the Year. Okay. We probably need men to stop winning Woman of the Year. And look, man, I'm a quite liberal kind of guy. But there are just kind of common sense basic stuff that we can all somewhat abide by. We can have a third category. I mean, we can. Well, I mean, where am I going wrong? I'm not saying anything to offend anyone. Right? Shouldn't a man win Man of the Year? Shouldn't a woman win Woman of the Year? And if you are if you are a hybrid, or you feel that you're a hybrid, there could be a third category. Anyway, let's start off with Wicked. Are you excited to see Wicked next week? I want to buy both of those young ladies a sandwich and fries. Take them out for a steak dinner. You guys need some sustenance. Literally, both of them put together. Ariana and the other, I just read her name. I always forget her name. I forget complicated names. I need friends whose name is Bob, right? Jack, Beth, Louise, Lois. Put them together. I bet you they wouldn't weigh more than, I'm 210. Put them together, they don't weigh more than I do. No. Yeah, I feel good about that. No, I don't. I'm trying to lose weight, actually. So tomorrow, I know I got so many things on my list. I don't know what I'm going to do. But please watch the Stargate video. I got a whole bunch of videos on the channel. I thank you for stopping by and watching. When you're a small channel, what was that what ran by? I don't have a cat or a dog. I thought something just ran by me. What the hell? There's a ghost in my room. Thank you for supporting. When you're a small channel, you're trying to fight through the cobwebs to get your head above water. Thanks. Hey, I freaking appreciate it. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow on a godless universe.
children, let's take our seats.
Yeah, baby.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.